I'm pausing the meeting until we actually, pausing the recording until we actually start the meeting. And for anybody online, notice our screen isn't coming down again. Well, we'll just start.
Let me text them.
We'll start without Ken then. All right, so let's get started. Ken can join us.
I thought we were gonna be in the annex. I told her.
We are, but we'll have to vote to go into non-public. It is 6:18. I call this meeting to order. We are going to immediately go into non-public to interview a candidate for bookkeeper. I move we enter non-public session. Bill, yes. George.
Yes.
Ken is not here yet. So we are proceeding without him. Might be him right there. It is. So we'll wait a minute for Ken to come in. We will enter non-public under RSA 91A3 2B, the hiring of any person as a public employee. Okay. Aye, we started already. You're late. So we just voted to go into non-public. Do you want to vote to go into non-public? Sure. Yeah. Okay.
How can we start a meeting early?
Because it was noticed as a meeting. We have to go into non-public first before we go into non-public for the interview. Okay, we're entering non-public session at 6:20. Anybody online? We will be back. I'm going to pause recording until we resume. By the way, Ken, our screen's not working again. Come down.
Keith, he said something about the power going out. He said it. He said, but they thought it was all set.
No, apparently
There's got to be a way to get in there and
yeah, I looked briefly. All right, I got it. By looking on the stage floor. Okay, Ken, we're all set. We are about to resume public session. I move, well, hold on. I move we re-enter public session. Is there a second?
Second.
George. All in favor, Bill? Yes. Ken?
yes.
George?
Yes.
We reconvened at 6:33. The minutes are not being sealed. Sign it, pass it on. So we met in non-public to interview a bookkeeper. We have hired a new bookkeeper, Kara Nichols. She has extensive experience with QuickBooks and financials. The screen won't come down. Now, if someone can figure out how to get the screen to come down. No, there is not. You know, there's the keyboard here. There's nothing on the control panel that says screen. It's possible there's something on the iPad, but I don't have time to dig the iPad out. No, they're independent. Well, what? I mean, the camera is seeing the normal view. It's just the projector that isn't displaying right. So everybody that's watching online will see it as it always looks online. Yeah, little teeny picture up there is what it looks like to everybody else. Okay. I do have a couple of comments. One, oh, Gail is here. I thought you were.
Thank you.
Well, you know, we went round and round and Gail was adamant that we get a town well and we approved the town well. And I think it deserves some recognition. So I had this sign made up. It's a commemorative sign. It says the Crom Well. You can't really see it. Established 2023. This is genuine laser cut steel, Gail. So I figure once the well goes in, we can put this up where the well is. We have taken the Marsh case stuff off the old business because it's almost wrapped up. We had our pretrial hearing on this past Friday. It was nothing special. It basically was for everyone to get organized. We have a trial date set, which is next Thursday at 10 o'clock in John. Well, the walk is Wednesday. When did that get updated? I just got. God, the notice I got said the trial was 10 o'clock Thursday. Okay, oh, can be continued. Okay, so Wednesday morning, there is a site walkthrough. The public can gather in the road, but the judge has said nobody's going up there with him. So don't bother. That's what he said right there in the trial. He didn't want people coming along with him. Well, how would you phrase that then, John?
The judge said the public is invited.
But not with him.
He does not want the public interfering.
Right.
Him or your lawyers.
Right.
The public is invited.
Well, they have to be invited because it's a public hearing, but nobody goes anywhere near the judge. If you go on the property, you stay away from him and the lawyers. Next Wednesday, 10 a.m. So apparently, although the notice I got wasn't clear on that, we will convene the actual trial Wednesday afternoon in Nashua, and it could be continued into Thursday. Once that is over, in theory, we're done. Well, it's whenever we get back, you know.
People.
That's
Please
right.
use the
And if
mic.
you're going to talk, you're going to have to start using the microphone. In any case, this should all be wrapped up next week, in theory. All right. Public comment, anyone? John. Turn the,
Hello,
is
is it on? Yeah, good. Okay, two things. One, I may have missed it, but we usually have a candidates night.
It's coming up.
Yeah, is that March 9th? You're gonna schedule that for? That's the day that it typically is, the Thursday before.
Yes, it's the
voting?
Thursday before the elections.
It is scheduled for that night,
Yes.
seven
Okay, I
PM.
hadn't seen it on any of the agendas.
We're waiting for our important date card to come out,
Okay,
but it is scheduled.
okay.
Yes.
And the other thing is more of an FYI. For starting 3 years ago or so, Tim and I have been educating ourselves and lining up grants for the town highway project. And there have been a number of conversations with the federal government recently about that. And there's a training session coming up very quickly here. And I've signed up for it. It says Town of Temple on my sign up. So it's just a FYI. We will not be ready to submit an application this year, obviously, but I think it's important that Shaheen's slots, not Hassan, just Shaheen's slots for this year are 105 projects for New Hampshire and $111 million. So it's real money that we're going after. Thank you.
Right. Do we have any idea how much is going to be left next year or whenever we can, whenever we are ready to? apply?
The deadline this year is March 10th.
Which we won't make, yeah.
Which obviously we won't make. but we sure will be ready for March 10th and
And
24.
there will be funding still.
Oh, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, the average is about 90 million for one senator,
Wow.
not two. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what we're after.
Okay. Yes, it is. I can hear it. All righty. Any other public comments? Yes, go right ahead.
Hello. All right.
A
Is it
little
still on?
closer.
Still
That's
on?
it.
Yep. Okay. So I'm Gretchen Whitcomb. I am the Mansfield Library trustee and the treasurer. And I wanted to come tonight because we have a problem. And I've talked to our town treasurer and I called Carol today and we thought we'd bring it up here. The Amazon business line of credit program has been canceled. And that is something that Beth, our director, was using to spend about 25% of the library budget by ordering things like books and DVDs and our supplies on Amazon through the month. And then they would invoice her and she would forward that to the town and then they would pay Amazon. Now that that's gone, the only way to purchase Amazon is just as if you were a person with your own personal credit card. And the trustees are not comfortable with our library director taking out that volume of cash on her own personal line of credit card. And so we are wondering if there is a purchasing option through the town that we are able to get a credit card with the library director's name on it that would bill through to our town budget or some other solution that we can help her purchase these supplies.
Roughly how much money is involved, do you know? Say monthly, any idea?
So $800.
Okay. So call it 1,000 a month. Okay,
Yeah. So not something we want her putting on her personal credit card.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll look into it. We do have a town credit card, but
Yep.
you know, it's not a generic, anybody can use it. So we'll have to look
Right.
into it.
Okay.
It's possible we can get the bank. Peter, who's our credit card through? Is it Citizens?
Microphone.
Yeah.
That's worth pursuing. I pay it off every month and there actually are two credit cards listed on the, it's a special division of Citizens to deal with the credit cards. And the only stipulation, because we dealt with this replacing the credit card when Carol came on board, it's got to have a personal name on it. So it would be either Gretchen's name, but I think it's a superior option. Obviously, the oversight is there. They're
Yeah.
going to submit the invoices and they'll be authorized by the board. And would make stuff very simple. And essentially, they would just enter the credit card onto Amazon every time they use it, and then they get the end of the month credit statement. And not only that, because the credit card, there's you can get reward credits, and you can also pay 25 days after it's, you know, that's the standard procedure with a credit card. So there are overall benefits to it. And I can look into it if you'd like me to, because
Yes, sir.
I know all the players.
Okay. That'd be
I
fine.
can report back to the board.
Yeah, so any other public comment on this particular thing? Then I will make a motion that we authorize a credit card, town credit card for the use by the library for the purchase of books and materials. Any discussion?
Can I just make
Yep.
a point?
Go
I
ahead.
think you should just authorize looking into it because it might not.
We might not.
They
work
might
well.
say it's, you know, you gotta have
Well, then
it's too much liability with the town or something. And it's not a town because the library has such a distinct, separate entity within the town. So I just want to get the information first and then,
Okay, I won't make any motion then. Just
Yeah.
get the information and we'll worry about it later. Okay, any other public comment? Moving on. Any code enforcement officer update we haven't already discussed?
I did go to the planning board and told them what we need to do.
Okay.
They will put it on the 2023 list of things to do. So at the end of 2023, we should have those in place, so we could start with the code enforcement. And I'll be looking into anything else that we need in the meantime as well.
All right. Parking zoning, nothing, that's pending. All these hearings are coming up. Any background check stuff updates? I don't think so.
No.
ARPA funds, we still need to schedule a public forum, I think, to figure out what we're doing with the rest of the money, but it's, I would say we wait till after town meeting to do that. It's just too much stuff going on. Any new town hall repair updates? Or should we just drop that from the list because we've already,
Microphone.
I'll
I
relay.
know it's a wicked pain, but
I'll be the.
Okay,
I'll
you
be the
be the-
gopher.
We have more than one of these things. We're going to scatter some more around.
there's a couple more
Sarcasm isn't
somewhere.
necessary. Yes, I will report as soon as we meet with the town hall committee. It's just been a little hectic lately.
Okay,
So,
I'll leave it on until then.
But
Okay. Dum, alarm system.
Again, with the alarm system, we got some quotes. I got to revise their quotes, get them all on the same page. And once we do that, we can figure out what we're gonna do.
Lateral drawers. This has been hanging around for a while. Are we just going to replace these things and be done with it or what?
Well, I would like to, but they're adamant about not doing that down at the town offices, so. I think it was $1,200.
Yeah.
To fix them.
The lateral drawers are broken, lateral files in the town office.
So I'll make the motion to pay the $1,200 to get them fixed this time.
All right.
This only time.
Second.
All in favor?
I,
All right, Carol, you can get your drawers fixed. File drawers fixed.
Yay.
New business, good road days.
I got a call from Linda Bollinger today. Linda has taken on this role probably at least a dozen years, and she organizes it, and she does a tremendous job. I've been working on the good.
Yeah,
road
George,
day
get closer
for
to your
years.
microphone.
Oh, I got a mic. I could talk at length, you know. But anyway, I recommend to the board that we have Linda Bollinger continue her role as organizing the Good Roads Day.
yeah, I think she really wanted permission to make sure that everything was in place, that she could do it this year. I think
Yes,
that was
he
her
wants to
main,
do it.
yes. So I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Uh,
Aye. She is on the hook again. We now have a pile of permits. We've got a solar permit for Clark on Moran Road.
We need to do something about these. All this does is take up and waste our time.
Hmm,
So I'm gonna work on a policy for the next meeting
okay,
to move these into regular paperwork. Because once they're verified, okayed by those parties that need to be okayed by, there is no reason that we need to do these here.
right.
If we want, we can put them on a list and add them to the agenda, but I don't see the purpose.
Bill, can I make a comment?
Yes, please.
Thank you. One reason for doing these in public session would be if a neighbor has an issue with a building permit or whatever it happens to be, the neighbor has an opportunity to discuss it with the board.
What, did you want to say something, Gail? No, okay. All right. All right, so who's got the permit?
So this first one's a roof mount, so this one's a no-brainer.
We have 6 more of these things to approve coming up, so it's going to be a while.
Just the one.
Next is an occupancy permit for Route 45. They have completed their San Ken has completed his house on Route 45. It's all been signed off by the building inspector.
Yeah, that one was already signed and they picked it up. You're just authorizing it now.
Yep.
Then we have 3 LUCT warrants. The LUCT warrants are for, yeah, Guy, which one?
This guy on Cutter and guy on Moran.
Yeah, but one is Shelley. Shelley is,
Silly
Two
guy.
places on each.
so Shelley is Moran and Cutter Road, right? Both of those roads. So we have a LUCT for 1160. And then one for 1190.
Okay.
And one for 250.
Yeah, but that's not Guy, right?
Oh, I just thought you were doing all 3 of them.
I am, but
Two
Okay.
signatures here.
and then we have a $250 one for Nancy Armstrong. 91 Cutter Road. We have a timber cut for some guy on Stonegate Lane. Stone Lane.
I don't know where Stone Lane is.
Why is it Stone Lane? Well, the fire department, I thought I knew everything. All the tree police.
These are also.
Yeah. So we have a timber tax for John and Megan Robinson, 11 Stone Lane. Temple for $180. Then next up, we have two transfers of the trust funds. The first one is for the select board, authorize a transfer of $108,750 from Highway Vehicle Trust Fund for the replacement of the six-wheel dump truck cab and chassis, which I heard was in.
Oh, it did? Oh, that's nice.
I also had a little talk with Kent. Kent would like to keep the third truck for a while. Just for the simple fact is if we need it. Not gonna hurt to have it.
Okay.
It's not gonna make us a tremendous amount of money if we sell it, so
It's ready to go back.
I didn't think it was a. Yeah. Anybody else have any objections to that?
Nope. You have the second transfer letter or is it?
Second transfer is request for reimbursement to the Temple General Fund for expenses paid to Saffron Graphics from the Land Use Committee, EDDM, postcard mailers for the notice regarding the the Highway Department relocation options for a total of $480. And I believe that was two flyers for $240 apiece.
Right. Okay, next up, the drama club would like a fee waiver for the town hall. I'll move that we waive their fees.
Second,
All those in favor? Aye. I run this meeting, or you?
I'm signing. I'm running it now. Okay, next we've got to do our annual deciding which warrant articles we're going to recommend. Everybody got the list?
Yes.
So Article 2, I assume we will. That's the operating budget.
I know we never did this before.
I know, Article 2.
No, we always recommend the
Right,
operating budget, but can we put a thank you to the BAC and CIP for all of their work? I don't know if it belongs on this document, but
I don't know, we certainly thank them right now. And I certainly do thank the
There's
BAC and CIP. They
none of them here.
invaluably provide invaluable help. Particularly when somebody asks me a question about the budget and I space it, and then Gary usually is here to help. Okay, paving, I'm assuming we're recommending that one.
I'm okay with it.
Okay,
George?
yep,
brush truck,
For those who don't know, we're trying to get the current 550 refitted so that we can put the cascade system on it. That's currently in the 89 bread truck. And then we'll end up getting rid of the bread truck. The brush truck itself has already been replaced. We have an LMTV for that now. And that's already set up. So this would be added to the this would be Cascade / rescue truck is what it will become.
yep, and we're recommending that, I assume.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
George?
yes,
Okay, Article 5, Fire Department Vehicle Maintenance and Repair Expendable Trust Fund. I'm fine with that.
I'm good. George?
yes. I think you should read these, Bill, for
Want me to read them? Would everybody like me to read them all out? We've read them all before in the past, but. And anybody online they're on the the town webpage. Nobody wants me to read them, so I'm not going to. Highway garage door replacement. I'm okay with that.
So moved.
Okay. Flagpole. George,
Again,
Ken,
this is to replace the flagpole out here with a fiberglass flagpole.
yep,
50-footer, same height as the one we have. The stone will have to be removed. And we'll have to do something with the stone afterwards, that the flagpole now currently goes through.
I vote nay.
okay. Ken,
I'm okay with it.
well, since it's going to be a warrant article, I'm okay with having the town vote on it. So we'll say select board recommends 2-1. Alarm system, that one, I'm wondering if we ought to try to amend this article at town meeting to make, we got to figure out how much we're going to take out of the ARPA fund. Hopefully we'll have some quotes because we really should replace them all at the same time and be done with it. But
Yeah, it would be the way to go, and then everything is updated.
yeah, but we'll see. Anyway,
I don't
that's,
know if I'll get quotes that quick, but I can rattle some doors.
okay. That's for town meeting. We're not going to do that. Can't do that tonight. I'm fine with that. Ken, George,
I'm okay with it.
Yes.
okay. Okay, this is highway department land. This is one that was
Well, this is the one for taking the 5 acres out of the Sculbaney land for
Yep.
the highway department.
yeah, so this is a article that would specifically say we're having 5 acres there that's being reserved for the new highway garage.
I was at the land use committee meeting last night. And they said, you said that they don't have enough frontage to put the highway garage the way that it's configured. They said that you said that.
I said it? No.
They said that
Our
it required the 300 feet of frontage.
our attorney said
So now they're
that
saying.
we should.
They just, the land use committee suggests they just take the whole, merge the whole land and the Sculbaney land into one.
Well, they'll have to amend that at town meeting then.
Right.
Now, of course, we could just put an easement in on that. They could put an easement in on that other property to guarantee a deeded access to that land. The town attorney just said it would be cleaner if they didn't have to do that. Connie, comment?
As I said last night, when we were working on the town hall project, we had an issue with somebody complaining about something that was going on here, didn't comply with town zoning. And a lot of discussion, legal advice and whatever, and it is clear, and I did confirm it last night, that towns do not have to comply with their zoning ordinances.
That's correct.
So I just.
And the town owns both of the lots anyway.
Correct.
So,
So there's multiple reasons why.
yes, I think this is a non-issue, George. But if they want to amend this at town meeting, they can. All right, what are we saying about it? George, you support it?
Yes.
Ken,
No,
Bill, yes, so 2-1 again. Okay, this one is a long one, and I don't know if people are familiar with it. It's a conservation easement to basically,
we have them here.
oh, yes, there you are. It's to put the triangle area, parts of the triangle area under conservation use. You guys want to say anything about this as long as we're here? I don't have any, but if you want to make a general statement, feel free.
Well, what is it, 2 years ago at town meeting, it was voted that we should research it, and we've done the research. We have Monadnock Conservancy will be our partner in it, and So we have the resources in our conservation fund to fund it, so there'll be no impact to any tax season or tax, whatever you call it. So we're ready to move forward with the project, so.
Okay. Select Board, George, what do you think about it?
I'm okay with it. I just, years ago, they had a vote at town meeting that cows would be allowed to graze there forever. This is the truth.
Yes, it is the truth. Yes, I remember that well.
So once the easement gets written with Monadnock Conservancy, we can put those types of stipulations in it if we decide it makes sense.
Sure.
So
It might be nice to know, knowing that it'll probably never happen again. Nobody likes cows anymore.
yeah,
Right.
right. Yeah, we could ask Mark Salisbury to bring his cows down.
That would be great.
I know when Ken Carpenter used to live across the street, he used to put his horses over there.
Yeah, had a couple of lonely horses out there. Ken, what do you think about this? You okay with it? I'm okay with it. Okay, Select Board recommends. Okay, the next one, Article 11 is just a housekeeping article. It gets our veterans tax credit stuff in line with the current RSAs. Anybody have any problems with that one?
No.
Not at all.
Okay, Select Board recommends. And that is it. We do not make recommendations on petition, or actually, do we have one
No,
over
it's
here?
12.
Yeah,
The
12,
other
yeah.
part of the veterans, the
It's
all
more-
tax credit.
Yeah, this is more clarification of the veterans tax credit stuff. And it's because the legislature changed some of the rules. Anybody got a problem with it?
No.
No.
All right, SB recommends. We do not make any recommendations on petition warrant articles. Okay, next up, Select Board minutes from January 24th.
We
I
did have,
had
before we,
no problem.
before we do this, we did have one more solar permit.
Okay,
Mr.
Clayton
Lennox,
Lenatz, 19 Applewood Lane. It says it's a ground mount, but I got no dimensions of where this thing's
Should be
going.
in there. I didn't take a copy of the whole packet. I thought I got everything that you might look for, but it might be in the rest of the stuff. I didn't want to kill any more trees, taking pictures.
do you have the?
Well, I mean, it shows where there's putting some on the house and some
underground.
in the middle of somewhere. I wouldn't think it would be a forest, but
Here's the whole thing if you want.
but it doesn't give any boundaries at all.
You want to look at it?
So I'll be
Does have setbacks? and-
be okay signing this, with getting the setback numbers and making sure they're under 35 feet.
I thought there was
over
a map
35
there
feet.
somewhere.
See, it shows it here, but
There's something that has numbers. Keep going.
see, this is on the house. This is all there.
Yeah, that's just,
Solar rigmarole. Must be the shed they're putting them on. Negative, nothing.
well, what are they showing pictures of the shed for if it's?
Because they have
ground
some
mount?
on this,
Oh,
there's some on
fuel.
the shed,
Okay,
And ground.
Are these small too?
so I'm okay signing this
Me too.
as long as we get the
yeah, this is
Dimensions.
Granite State Solar. They're pretty good about this stuff. I'm sure
One
that
I was thinking of that.
provide it.
Yeah, gives us all the dimensions. All right,
Okay.
I'm all set, yeah.
You'll need it. 224.
Oh,
Gotcha again.
Anybody got anything on the minutes?
yes. Page 1 of 3. Under old business, number 1, code enforcement officer updates. I would just like to put in here, what we're trying to update or get updated is the NFPA 2018.
I
And-
asked you this specifically. I said, do I have to list everything in there? And you said it was,
There's only 4 books.
okay. So list all the books.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's NFPA 2018. NFPA 101, 2018,
FPA,
101, 2018. NFPA 96, 2017. And IBC 2018. That is all I have.
Got anything, George?
I do not.
Motion to accept as amended.
Second, all in favor?
I,
Aye. Any other business?
are we gonna do the warrant articles tonight
We just did.
from the CIP committee?
well, the CIP recommends all the money ones.
Oh,
right?
yeah, well, the CIP, we don't recommend it for the CIP.
Right.
They do their own. They recommend their own.
Okay.
We've got the solar permit.
I've got
Got
it.
one?
Anything else? Yes. Microphone.
Do we know the first town report year?
When the very first one was ever issued,
Mhm.
I don't have a clue.
I think it might have been around,
We have every year down at the town offices. I'm assuming it's every year. We have one from every year. So
Okay,
I'm not sure that you
wanna-
do.
I'd like
Hey,
to
shoot
take
me
a
an
look.
Do
email or-
you go back to 1910 or something?
I don't know about that.
My earliest one was, I think it was 1929.
I have some
Well, I can tell you what we have at
1800s.
the office.
Yeah, I know. You ought to check on the webpage. The UNH has digitized a bunch of them, and they have some pretty old ones from Temple. And there
Okay.
might even be some from the 1800s that they've already done. Yeah, okay. Check the town webpage. I mean,
Yeah,
look under town reports. It'll give you a link off to the
Mhm.
UNH site. And
Okay,
they list everyone they've got.
thanks.
Okay. Anything else? Not?
You guys want to talk about the well letter, or is it just all set the way it's written, or?
It's all
Fire-
set as
fire-
far as I know.
Huh?
Looks okay.
What is it?
We signed, one thing I signed tonight is the letter to Cushing
Oh, you signed another one.
authorizing them to proceed with the well. Okay,
You
there
need
was a,
that signed.
He
anybody
must he
second
must
it?
have signed another copy.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Okay, George
Third.
seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned. Uh, There are not many. I mean, it's got to be approved, but,
If you're putting them on your roof, there's no setback, but if you're putting them on the ground, you have to go by the setback. Yeah, 35 feet.